Are you completely stuck in the dreaded Merch by Amazon Tier 10 and literally nothing seems to be working? Maybe you have some amazing designs in really low competition niches that you've researched, but still crickets. I'm about to share with you how I actually got out of Tier 10 making 10 sales by using this strategy that anyone can do. And no, it was not by buying my own products. Ready for the secret? I used Instagram, and no, I did not have a big following before this. I actually started from zero. And no, I didn't use someone else to promote my products. This is my exact step-by-step method that I utilized to get those first 10 sales for my Merch by Amazon account. The first step in this strategy is to find a niche. And this niche needs to be something that you either already know really well or you don't mind spending a lot of time working on. For a lot of new Merch by Amazon sellers, they use a Tier 10 strategy of trying to make 10 different designs in 10 different low competition niches. But in this one, you're only going to be focusing on one niche. Unlike most other strategies when targeting niches, I found that it was actually okay to pick a niche that had a little bit more of a wider appeal. Something like politics, a type of exercise, a type of dog. For my example today, I'm going to be using a woman who likes to do DIY projects, so targeting someone who is into DIY. Next, you are going to create a brand new Instagram page that is targeting that specific niche you just picked out. You want to call it something like your niche plus shop or your niche plus store. For my example, where I'm targeting women who love doing DIY and home renovation projects, I'm calling it the DIY Life Shop. Now that we've created our new shop page, there's a couple things we're gonna want to do in this account. First, you're going to want to set this Instagram page to a business account because we're going to want to utilize that link to a website feature that this offers. Next, I want you to create a bio that looks like this is an actual store. Well, because it is. In my bio, I put designs for the woman who loves DIY, printed in the USA, and shop our newest collection in the link below. Lastly, make sure that you have a profile photo that says your shop's name in it. Now, you're going to take the next 2 to 4 days creating some really great t-shirts for this specific niche. They can all be a little bit different, and make sure that they are, and they need to have some great text or graphics. Don't just throw something together. Put something together that you would be proud of selling at this store. I'm going to head over to canva.com to create a new design. I'm doing that custom size and just doing 4500 by 5400. I'm going to go ahead and start out with a black background just because I find that those colors sell the best for me and it's easy to work with. Now I went ahead and picked out some text that I wanted this design to say. It just says, "I love demo day." Now I'm going to look for a graphic that I can use with this. You can see I'm using this little construction house graphic. I believe this was a free one on Canva. I'm working with the paid account right now, but the free account for Canva is great too. They have tons of options. I'm just going to go ahead and call this a demo day and go to download it. Make sure when you're downloading your shirts, you're always doing the transparent background. That's just good practice for uploading these shirts. And there you have it. On your Amazon merch page, when you're uploading your designs, after you filled out the description in the title, one of the most important steps is to be putting the name of the Instagram shop you created as the brand name on your product. Just uploaded the new artwork that I created for my t-shirt that says "I love demo day." I just put it on the standard shirt, which is what you should be doing if you're in Tier 10. And I'm going to go ahead and go down to where we're going to fill out the design title. For the design title, make sure you're calling it something related to your design. And then you're going to want to fill out these bullets just as you would any other. Let me know if you guys want some tips on what keywords to use in your shirts, and I'll do a video on that soon. But the most important part is to put your brand. So for my example, I'm putting DIY Life Shop as the brand for my item. And I'm going to call all of my designs that I create that. You can write different descriptions and titles for all of these shirts that you're creating, but make sure that the brand is the exact same for every single one. Next, we're going to create some really stunning mock-ups for these designs that we just created. I suggest using Placeit because of how easy it is to use, and they also have really great free options along with a paid plan, which I use. So we are going to go to mock-ups, and I am looking for the one for t-shirts. There we go. Okay, so how you're gonna do this is you're just gonna find somebody that looks like a real person that would belong in your boutique. So if you're making something for women, I would use shirts for women. If you're making shirts for men, make sure you're using shirts for men. And this one I'm gonna do on a navy blue. And then I'm gonna go ahead and insert my image. This up here. Perfect. I survived a home run out, and that looks like a real shirt. Now you're gonna go ahead and download that. You want to create at least 9 different mock-ups to launch your store because you want it to fill that first Instagram page. Next, in your Instagram bio, you want to link that brand page on Amazon. If you don't know how to do this, go to one of your products that you just created and went live on Amazon and click the brand above your title. That will take you to the page that you want to link in your Instagram bio. Now you can go ahead and post your first 9 mock-ups that you just created. I might suggest spacing out a few of these posts throughout the day just because sometimes Instagram gets upset with new accounts that just throw a bunch of content all at once. So maybe post 3 now, post 3 in an hour, and then post 3 a little bit later in the day. By this point, your Instagram page should actually be looking like a real shop or boutique on Instagram. Now is the fun part where you're actually going to start to see these sales coming in. I want you to start interacting with and following accounts that are really interested in that niche that you picked out. For my example, a woman who loves DIY, I might go to some of those biggest DIY accounts and look at who follows them. This does not mean spam following hundreds of people a day. It's most important that you actually find people who are genuinely interested in the kind of content that you're creating. If you have a political niche store, I suggest looking up maybe that political party for a specific state, looking up people who are interested in a candidate that you're creating a shop for. Find people who really are interested and passionate about what you're selling. The exact formula that I used to make these sales and get people to start looking at my page was following 50 to 100 accounts a day, liking 3 of their photos, and leaving 1 genuine comment. This cannot be just a spammy comment like, wow, so great. You actually need to say something like, this DIY project is so cool, I would love to try that in my own home. Instagram can smell spammers, so make sure you're spreading this out throughout the day. I would do this to about 20 new people about every hour. So maybe like 20 people's post and follow 20 people, and then an hour later do that to 20 to 30 more. Don't do everything all at once because, speaking from experience, if you like too many photos in a row or leave too many comments on somebody's page, you're gonna get your account terminated on Instagram. Do not comment the same thing ever, and do not follow more than 50 people an hour. Instagram can and will lock your account if you do this. Trust me, I'm speaking from experience. After this, make sure you are filling up every available Merch by Amazon slot with new designs in this niche and posting at least 2 new mock-ups a day on your Instagram page. You want to write genuine captions that sound like they're coming from a real boutique. Well, because we're actually creating one. Make sure you continue to interact with new accounts on Instagram, as well as start interacting with those people who have already begun to follow you. Using this strategy, I was actually able to get my first 10 sales in just 7 days. And I even continued to use this strategy to get out of tier 25 in my first month on Amazon Merch. Even after you get out of your goal of tier 10 or tier 25, this is an amazing page to keep. The page that I created when I first was in tier 10 has thousands of followers now, and I actually still use to post and promote some of the products that I sell on Merch by Amazon. Some of these first designs that I made and that I sold on this Instagram page actually ended up being some of my best sellers for my entire Merch by Amazon career. Some of these few products are ranked with my lowest BSRs of any other product. This business is a lot of work, and you do not want to be doing Merch by Amazon for free. But so many people are literally missing out on so much profit, even in that first tier 10 and tier 25. In this next tip, I literally doubled my Merch by Amazon profit.